my side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon. Turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Tape my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Just tripping on day dreams, got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Yes, I'ma get that bass the way she said it. Don't smoke in my face and I'ma let it stay the way it is. Yeah. She look like she wanna. I'm on my way. Tell me what you thought of. When you say that you need it. Show that you want me. Yeah. Circling Barracudas, eating me alive. Yeah. You want me to love you. When you say that you need it. Show that you want me. Yeah. Circling Barracudas, eating me alive. Yeah. You want me to love you. When you say that you need it. Circling Barracudas, eating me alive. Yeah. You want me to love you. When you say that you need it. Show that you want me. Yeah. Circling Barracudas, eating me alive. Yeah. You want me to love you. When you say that you need it. Circling Barracudas, eating me alive.
Legends never die. They become a part of you. Every time you play far-reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll ride into smoke when the fire is fierce.
Pryor and Murdoch, there's Pryor, he scores! Healy on the far side, centering pass, rebound, they score! Big turn off, kid, tries this herself and she scores! Murdoch in alone. Oh, what a move, and she scores! For Suter, now here's Charlton in front. She scores! Pryor scores! Just on side, but now pokes the other way and ahead for Murdoch. Right on. She scores! Barracudas now have another 2-on-1. Here's Pryor again. She scored. Morris now Pryor in front. She scores! Shot, kicked out, rebound, they score! Steven, shoot, score! Far side intercepted, they score! Kyla Yosivovich got in front again, oh, and it's stopped by him! Murdoch, score! Suter, Walker, scores! By head coach Stacey McConnell. At forward, number 77, Mariah Roth. At forward, number 88, Stephanie Stanton. At forward, number 93, Logan Marchese. On defense, number 4, Ava Murphy. On defense, number 43, Ella Belfry. And in goal, number 31, Charlotte Payne. And the rest of the Oakville Hornets. And now the starting lineup for your Burlington Barracudas, led by head coach Colin Murdoch and assistant coaches Becky Keller, Dallas Gray, and Jamie Suter. At forward, number 17, Avery Holmes. At forward, number 19, Kate Suter. At forward, number 95, Caitlin Charlton. On defense, number 2, Abby Thibodeau. On defense, number 93, Avery Moon. And in goal, wearing number 33, Callie Lane Pitts. And the rest of your Burlington Barracudas. Now, fans, would you please rise if you're able to, and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. On defense, number 93, Avery Moon. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Mainway Arena. It's the Battle of Burl Oak. The Oakville Hornets are visiting tonight against your Burlington Barracudas. It's Game 2 of the season series between these two teams. Game 1 was a 2-1 win for the Burlington Barracudas back on October 23rd when they played in Oakville at Joshua Creek. My name is Jared Baptiste, happy to be back, as always, in the booth this evening. A few injuries for Oakville. They're without 3 of their main players, including their regular starting goaltender, Aaron Cavaday. So we'll have to see how the Hornets are able to cope. Of course, their backup goaltender's not half bad either. Charlotte Payne getting the start for Oakville. Meanwhile, on the other side for the Barracudas, it's Callie Lane Pitts getting action on a Saturday night. Now we have taken a little bit longer to get going than usual because of the snow that's coming down outside. We are without a third, well, we're without 4 officials. We actually only have 2 this evening. So we're starting with a 2-man system with hopes that more officials will join us in the near future. But we are underway here at Mainway Arena. Oakville getting right in, and a quick tip from Ava Murphy goes just wide. The defender jumping up in the rush there. Comes back to the line. There's Murphy again. Her shot gets through, and a stop. The first one of the game, though, for Callie Pitts. And so off the face-off, a little bit of a scramble draw. Taken over to the far side by Julia Stephen, knocked back in by Oakville. Right back ahead again for Claire Murdoch. Tries to throw it in front. That's off the stick of Payne and into the near corner. Bryn Pryor met it there. Sent it around back of the net for Claire Murdoch to the far corner. Murdoch trying to dig it out. Erica Porter pinning her on the boards. Second attempt gets to TJ Flores, but the one referee just couldn't quite jump over the puck, and Oakville picked it up and took it back the other way. Megan Reed over to the far side for Claire Murdoch, and the Barracudas will break out. Just one player missing for the Barracudas this evening. It's Kira Healy, unable to join us tonight. So the Barracudas have a call up. Vanessa Cece has played with us a few times, a couple of games last season for her as well, so getting back into some junior hockey action tonight. She's on the ice right now, number 22, trying to make sure the net is guarded. Puck comes to the high slot on that far side, doesn't get through. Steven sent it to the line. Stock thought about the shot, sent it to the far side, poked at, and hacked to the near wall, where that is Cece, got it out to center. Stock quickly ahead again. Megan Stock got it in deep. Cece on it again over to the far side. Tegan Gray spins and throws that through the middle. Tried to hit Caitlin Charlton with the pass. It didn't work, though. And now right through is Stanton with a shot. Stephanie Stanton kicked out by Pitts. Now to center. Charlton just lost it in her feet, but Gray followed up and got it in deep. Belfry sent it round back of the net. Murphy is there. Pinned up by Charlton. Suter trying to take it away from Stanton now as Avery Holmes comes to the puck on the near side. Marchese can't get it out. Second attempt does get out to center. Mariah Roth tried to dump it in. That didn't work. Stanton now again. Backhands it towards Pitts, and she pounces on it and covers up. Off the draw is Reed. Rings it round back of the net. To the far side where it's tipped out to center by Murdoch. Not really any offensive zone time for the Barracudas so far. Just past the 3-minute mark of this first period. Bank pass, poked away from Pryor and sent in by Stanton again. As the Hornets go for a change. Long lead pass to hit Murdoch from Reed. And Murdoch is checked, but Pryor followed up. Knocked away from her and into the far corner by Leah Coley. And now up the near side, knocked down by Steven. Sent to Pryor, who throws it to the far side for Murdoch. Trying to cut to the net. That's fought off by Payne, and the net is knocked off. So we have a stoppage in play. Face-off won by Oakville. Bouncing puck comes to the top of the far circle. That's Avery Peters just sending a weak shot on to Payne, who directed it to the back wall. Peters stole the puck away, though. High slot, can't pull the trigger. Gray's there to follow up. Over to Abby Thibodeau. Tried a shot, that was blocked in front. Deja Houston comes to it at the far corner. Houston with 3 goals in 2 games last weekend, as Peters was knocked down behind the net, slow to get up, but she remains in the play. Gray checked off the puck, comes to the near side for Claire Sleeth, who carries it and dumps it in to the offensive zone. Ellie Markakis trying to steal it away from Thibodeau. In on it is Sleeth as well, and Thibodeau as well as Houston. Got it up the far wall, but it's off the Zamboni doors and doesn't get out. That shot is blocked in front, and the Oakville Hornets are on it again. Great first period so far for Oakville against the undefeated Barracudas. Rubbed out as Charlton into the far corner. Goes the puck. Holmes met it there, sent it up that wall, and it's taken by Avery McMahon and into the offensive zone for Oakville. Being watched by Kate Suter. Lost it at her feet. CC tried to send it up the far side. Suter with the second attempt. Murphy blocked it, but Holmes able to get it out and down the ice. Just past the 5-minute mark of this first period. 3 shots apiece, but it's been Oakville with the majority of the possession so far. This is Ava Murphy again. Tries to work her way through, knocks down TJ Flores, and a lead pass for Pryor, and Payne on the touch-up. And the penalty to be assessed as Murphy blasted through Flores. And with that follow-through, you're going to get called for body checking every time. You know, there's body contact allowed, as we know. You know, hockey's a physical game, but the referees are always looking for the follow-through of the hands. If you go and make contact with a player and push them through with your hands and particularly knock them down like Murphy did for Flores, you will get called. Bouncing puck in the slot off the shot from Moon is knocked back to the line. Here's Avery Moon again. Murdoch now. Murdoch fakes, tried to feather that through, but it was blocked in front by a Hornet, and it's carried out to center by Stanton as she falls. And Thibodeau regains control of the loose puck in the defensive zone and starts the breakout. Flores' pass is tipped ahead of Moon, but Murdoch met it. Dropped it back for Thibodeau. Now here's Moon. Looking for an option. There's Murdoch. Far side return to Murdoch, and she whistled it just wide of that far side. Came all the way out to center, so the Barracudas have to regroup. Moon went off for a change as she threw that ahead for Murdoch, and Murdoch waited for the second D pair to come out. It's Steven and Reed as Reed returns it to Steven. Now Murdoch tried to chip that through. It's returned to Murdoch again, and that just went wide of the far side. Reed pinching in, banked it round back of the net. Far side thrown up that far wall by Megan Stock, but not out. Steven and Murdoch play pitch and catch. Steven now to Reed. Pass behind Murdoch, but she regains control. 30 seconds left on the power play. Brought to you by Skids Away Recycling and Pallet Solutions. This is Murdoch. Sharp angle kicked out by Payne. Comes to the near side wall and held in by Pryor. Centering pass just poked away from Murdoch, but Reed is on it again. Behind the net for Flores. Steven is on it now. Wrist shot, just tipped, and maintains, or well, it stays alive as the referee was watching to see if it went off the netting. Tegan Gray still with control, trying to look for an option as her teammates go for a change. She's got Peters in front though, just sent that wide to the far side. And Oakville regains control. Burlington 0 for 1 in the power play so far tonight. Stevens' pass is cut off and sent in by Amelia Muhar. Stolen away again as Avery Peters is upended on her way through. And the Barracudas have to try again. Far side, Gray tipped ahead. This is Peters trying to get to it again. Taken away by Erica Porter. And the loose puck is just stopped at the Barracuda blue line. Tipped ahead, that'll be offside. Yes, the call against the Oakville Hornets. 11:47 remaining in this first period. Still no score, but outside of the power play for Burlington, it's been all Oakville. Abby Thibodeau behind her own net, round to the far side. Holmes tries to throw it out to center. That's just kicked alive again by Murphy. Banked off the wall. Murphy holds it in again. Suter, the third try, gets out to center. Dragged through by Belfry. Left it for Jasmine Como. Now Pereira up the near wall. Maggie Pereira sends it round to the far side. Deflected for CC by Holmes, and it's returned to her. Holmes throws that ahead. That's, I think Suter may have been the intended receiver, but it was well ahead of her as Murphy takes it herself again. Tries to get away from Stanton, and that shot bounces around in the slot from the rebound and is fired the length of the ice. That'll be an icing call. Fans, if you could please join the Burlington Barracudas in wishing assistant coach Dallas Gray a very happy birthday today. As it is Dallas Gray's birthday. Icing waved off as Claire Murdoch was storming ahead to try and beat out the icing, and she's pinned up the puck on the near wall. Stanton in there as well for Oakville. Flores and Pryor all trying to dig it out for the Burlington Barracudas. Murdoch got it to Pryor. She tries to walk out in front. Here's Murdoch. Doesn't get enough of the shot, and it's sent to the far side, but the Barracudas regain it again. Pryor in that far corner. Bank to the line. Reed's shot is deflected to the near corner, where Stanton meets it and sends it to the line, but not out. Thibodeau held it in just for a moment as it's fired out to neutral ice and right back in again by Reed. Peters dropped it back for Thibodeau, and it's sent up the open wing where Porter picks it up and takes it in, but that's intercepted by Thibodeau and cleared out to center again. Peters with a little bit of interference perhaps, as we have 3 officials now in tonight's game. 2 linesmen are with us. Puck bounced ahead by Oakville and taken away by Gray. Near side for Peters, who dumps it in and heads off for a change. Sarah Callahan, puck stolen away from her by Gray, but taken by Porter and sent to the near corner where Charlton tries to steal it back. Gray and Charlton trying to work it over in that near corner for Burlington. Deja Houston comes in to help out. Puck taken by Oakville and carried out to center by Markakis. Markakis thrown to the high slot. Shot fought off and gloved by Pitts, and she hangs on. .8:56 remaining in this first period. And a 4th official has shown up, so we now have a full crew this evening. Off the face-off. Puck rolls towards the front of the net. I think that did get on, as Pitts had to send it out to center. Here goes Holmes. Takes a couple of slashes from Callahan as she dumped the puck in. Murphy left it behind the net. And the near side falling was Belfry, as it's collected by Moon and given right away off the hard pass. Markakis intercepted that one, taken right back by Flores as it was carried out to center. Pass again intercepted off Moon's stick by Oakville. Flores is wrapped up and hauled down, and a penalty is coming. Again, it looks like to Oakville, yes. It is a holding call. Looks like it's Murphy again going to the box. Ava Murphy's second penalty of the game already. 8:15 left in this first period. Power play brought to you by Skids Away. Recycling, pallet solutions. And right off the faceoff, it's won by Oakville, but they can't clear it out. Thibodeau settles it down. Here is Moon. Walks into a shot that is stopped and held on by Payne. You can hear on our rink microphone Coach Colin Murdoch trying to make sure his team knows what to do on this advantage. Setting up the system, tip back to Thibodeau, and she sets it up. This is Moon. Far side, Murdoch. Now Moon again. Risks a shot that was looking for Thibodeau on the short side, and it's cleared out and down the ice. Stopped behind the net for Moon by Pitts. And she sends the breakout pass to Thibodeau. Near side now for Flores, ahead for Murdoch. Passes don't seem to be connecting very well tonight so far for the Barracudas. Lots of passes into skates and behind players, but they set things up again for the power play. Moon fakes, takes, deflected up over top of the net, bounces to the far side, and it's settled and held again by Payne. Just over a minute left in the power play for Burlington. Face off to the right of Payne. Won immediately by Oakville and fired down the ice. Pitts, far side. Forecheck on shorthanded by the Hornets is backhanded wide of the net by Roth and taken by Moon. Sent to the far side for Thibodeau. Pass again just ahead of Flores. Chipped through to nobody and cleared down the ice again. Moon's got it. Skates it herself. Out through the neutral zone and right down the middle. Moon dropped it for Houston, whose shot doesn't quite get all of it, but that is, regardless, kicked out by Payne. Sent to the far side now, and a shot goes wide, and the net has been kicked off again by Payne. So we have a stoppage in play. That's the second time the net has come off already. And with 13 seconds left in the power play, it has not looked very good for Burlington so far. Face-off won again by Oakville into that near corner, but it's turned over by Gray, and she got it to the line. This is Peters' return for Steven. Now wrist shot, rebound, just sent wide by Gray. Comes out in front again. Houston with a crack at it, and Peters just missed the far side. Houston trying to keep it alive as the power play expires. Reed could keep it the line, but it's intercepted and taken round back of the net by Muhar and skated out to center now by Porter. Carried in by Porter, and it's poked away from her by Reed. Sent up the near boards and carried out to center by Peters, but it's flipped up and into the bench of the Burlington Barracudas, so we have another stoppage in play. Off the face-off, it's taken by Thibodeau. Carried right through. Thibodeau with a pass now for Holmes. Wrister right on. And another save for Payne. Scramble off the draw. Charlton tried to drag it through and send it in front. Didn't quite get there, and that's off the linesman. Clearing attempt for Oakville. Sent right back in by Burlington. Holmes trying to disrupt this rush as well as Peters. Peters is knocked down by Murphy as Charlton almost stole it away, but is taken by Sleeth and sent out to center. Pereira can't get past Moon. Good pass for Flores, and she skates it in. Moon goes with her. Flores dropped it for Murdoch, wristed right on. And another save for Payne with Moon on the doorstep. 4:54 left in this first period. Still no score. Barracudas starting to have some life now in this first period as they have increased their shot total. Just held in at the far point by Steven. On it is Sleeth. And that far corner sent up. Pryor took that away. Flores can't get it to the line as it's taken by Markakis and skated through, neutral ice, and dumped in. Moon round to the near side. Thrown out by Pryor, and Flores can't get it through neutral ice. Steven comes to the bouncing puck and settles it. Thrown ahead for Pryor, but it bounced over her stick, and Suter couldn't quite get there in time. Victoria Borg on the ice now for Burlington as it's sent to the far side and fired through to Callahan, tipped ahead, but no possession for Oakville. Steven now ahead for Suter. Megan Reed on the offense now, as it looks like Colin Murdoch is shuffling the lines a little bit to try and get things going. Stanton tries a shot, that deflected wide, comes back out in front, they score! Bounced off the back wall, and with with Pitts sliding to her left, potentially a little bit out of position. The Oakville Hornets capitalize on a funny bounce, and it's 1-0. We'll get the official goal announcement in just a moment from
Yellow.
So it's McMahon on the goal for Oakville. Barracudas trying to get some offense late in this first period now to tie things up. Potentially, that's fired all the way down the ice by Oakville for an icing call. Just over 3 minutes to go in this first period. And another face-off win for the Oakville Hornets. Sent to the near side. Kept alive by Thibodeau. Houston trying to dig it out. That's Holmes, actually, as it's bounced through center by the Hornets. Thrown ahead by Steven. Charlton chips it in. Skating onto it, though. The Hornets able to regain control. And Leah Coley unable to get it out, so it was sent round back of the net. Porter throws it up the far wall. It's stolen away by Charlton and intercepted by Porter, but she can't clear it. Thibodeau off the back wall, and Payne read that one. As, of course, that just happened to Pitts, so Payne making sure that doesn't happen to her, and she covered it up. Bouncing puck off the draw, taken by Pryor into the near corner. Murdoch bumped into the wall, into the boards. Pryor trying to dig it out now as well. Murphy's there for Oakville. Murdoch able to get it up to Moon, who pinches in at the near hash marks. Flores as well. Thrown into the near corner again. Murdoch and Murphy with a heavy battle for the puck. Far side now. Pryor, it was wrapped around back of the net by Belfry. Murphy bumps into Flores. Murdoch trying to dig it out as well with Camo. And time ticking away here as the puck is not really moving a whole lot. Now it finally comes free. Flores tried to throw it in front from Pryor, but she just missed it. Good poke check by Payne as Oakville trying to get it out to center. Murdoch disrupted that. Fired right back in by Pryor as her line goes for a change. Murphy takes it behind the net and settles things down for Oakville. Belfry ahead. Taken away by Peters, and she turns on the Jets. Tries to step around Belfry as Belfry had her lined up, and a penalty is called. It's a good job they made that penalty call. That could have been a lot worse. You saw Belfry. She didn't really catch Peters that badly, but you could tell she had her lined up. And Peters able to dodge it at the last second, but still got knocked off the puck. So the penalty call is a valid one. Back on the power play. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Third power play brought to you by Skids Away, Palace Solutions, and Recycling. Pass into the skates of Houston. She settled it down and threw it ahead for Peters. That's taken away by Oakville, but not cleared out. This is Thibodeau with 45 to go. Moon steps into his shot. That's blockered away and cleared to the near corner by Payne. Moon's right back on it. This is Thibodeau now. Long shot bounces just wide of the far side. Peters on it in the far corner. Gray trying to dig it out on the tie-up as well, and Houston's in there too. Long stretches of time with the puck not moving in this game so far late in this period. 20 seconds left. Thibodeau for Moon. Thibodeau again, 15 seconds, deflected to the far side. Peters now looking for a pass, decides to go to the side of the net. Moon tried to get there on the near side, and now it's Gray with 5 seconds. Peters shot just wide, and the buzzer for the end of the first period. It looks like we do not have a flood. No, maybe we do. Yes, it looks like we do have a flood, so we will take a break at the end of the first period, brought to you by Dermetics Cosmetic Dermatology. A 1-0 score for the Oakville Hornets over your Burlington Barracudas. A 53-second power play coming up with the second period in a few moments.
I just really enjoyed bonding with the girls. It was good. Good group of girls.
I just think it's really cool that we have the opportunity to do this stuff, especially in girls hockey, because it's not always showcased all the time, so I think it's really cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing how far our team can go. I feel like we're all really good together and play really well together.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Mainway Arena. It's a rivalry game. It's Pink the Rink game here at Mainway Arena in support of the fight against breast cancer. You'll see all the players, certainly on the Burlington Barracudas, with pink hockey tape. All the players on the Stony Creek Sabres with a pink strip of tape on their helmets. And we're all here for the fight against breast cancer. Everybody attending this afternoon's game has made a donation in support of the fight against breast cancer as well. My name is Jared Babsey, and we're ready to get underway right away here at Mainway Arena. It's Game 2 at home for your Burlington Junior Barracudas. Bouncing puck to the far side. This is Thibodeau. Hits Flores with a beautiful lead pass into the high slot for Pryor. She scores! Rid Pryor all alone in the high slot, and it's a thriller. And a 1-0 lead for your Burlington Barracudas. And Flores tried to clear it. Doesn't work. Now gets to Flores again, and a pass to Murdoch, and a 2-on-1 now for Burlington. Murdoch with Pryor going to the front of the net. There she is! Oh, big stop by Christ, but Pryor has drawn a penalty. Clea Hastings just able to drag the blue line with her as it's cleared down the ice by Suter. In for Charlton, trying to come out in front now. She scores! Caitlin Charlton's first in the U22 Elite. It's a beautiful one as she picked up the puck, dumped in by Suter. Cut right on in front and just slid it under the pad of Christ. Mahoney to the line. Keely lost it in her feet. It does get on net. The rebound is there, and Callie Pitts able to find it and cover up. Thibodeau ahead for Suter. Holmes trying to stay onside. She does. Suter, another shot. Rebound is there. Poked away. Thibodeau now scores! With 58 seconds to go on the power play. 58 seconds in the game. On the power play, Abby Thibodeau gets the insurance marker with the advantage, and it's 3-0 Burlington. Murdoch right on it again. Here's Pryor with a shot. She scores! Goals for Burlington. Right on the attack, and suddenly it's 4-0 late in the game. That's King at the line, rips it wide of the net, and that does it. Heard this song a lot at the end of this game. A 4-0 victory for the Burlington Barracudas here on Pink the Rink Day and Spooky Season Day, of course. This is our last game before Halloween, the last home game of October as well, but we've got lots of home games in November, 1 to 2 every weekend. So make sure you tune into the Burlington Barracudas YouTube channel all throughout November, as we've got games on Saturday nights and Sundays. Check out our schedule on our Instagram page, as well as the U22 Elite website posted by Ramp. Bryn, 2 goals for you this afternoon. We were just talking before we went to air. You didn't even know the second one went in.
No, it was a weird kind of shot, so it's good to go in, I guess.
And what would you say was working for you and the team this afternoon to really kind of stick it to Stoney, I guess?
Started out a little rough, and then we got better. We just have to get our passes on each other's sticks and keep moving and getting pressure.
So it works out in the long run.
And I talked to Coach Murdoch at the second intermission. He said he wasn't happy with the way things were going, and he kind of chewed you up a little bit in the dressing room. What did he say that kind of got you going for the third period?
He just said that we need to get our feet moving and get those passes on each other's sticks and get our breakouts clean. So that got us going, I guess.
And then just last thing, Caitlin Charlton got her first U22 elite goal this afternoon. What did you see from her that you liked, and the goal obviously as well?
Yeah, it was awesome for her to get her goal. She just puts in a lot of effort and always is battling hard for the puck, so it was great to see her bury.
All right, thanks, Bryn. That's it for you. So, yes, we'll be back here in November. We got lots of home games coming up in the month of November. So stay tuned to the Burlington Barracudas YouTube channel. And thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Again, a 4-0 win for your Burlington Barracudas here at Mainway Arena. Welcome back, everybody. The second period just about ready to get underway as we are on the traditional format for today's game, but I wouldn't be surprised if we go back to the funky mid-period flood format for Sunday afternoon, but we are underway in the second period as that's fired out and down the ice. Barracudas with just under a minute of power play time remaining. Thrown to the open wing. Abby Thibodeau meets it there and skates it into the offensive zone. Lost an edge, but is able to keep the play alive. 3 Barracudas on the attack to try and dig that puck free. Again, lots of pinning the puck on the wall, but here's Murdoch. Sharp angle shot just off the crossbar. Final 10 seconds of the advantage. Moon fakes the shot, steps back, gives it off to Murdoch, return to Moon. Now she takes the shot, that's blocked by Stanton as the penalty has expired to the Oakville Hornets. Murdoch pinned up in the near corner. Pryor trying to dig it out with Flores. Puck bouncing around, sent to the area, that near corner. Murphy couldn't clear it around to the far side. Steven kept it alive. Murdoch poked it to the front, but her teammates are going for a change. And so Oakville gets it out to center. Poked through by Marchese and into the far corner. Steven found it there. Lost the puck on the wet ice, and it's taken by Como, but she can't get it in front. Steven tied her up nicely, but the Barracudas can't clear it out. This is Maggie Pereira. Tried to throw it in front for Como, and that was intercepted by Murdoch, but cleared all the way down the ice for an icing call. So 0 for 3 on the power play for the Burlington Barracudas tonight. Face off in the Barracudas zone. That shot is deflected, and a second attempt is kicked out by Pitts and sent round to the near side by Burlington. And cleared out to center and in. Murdoch trying to poke it through. Coley checking her. There's a weak backhander from Suter, looking for a rebound perhaps. It didn't come back out in front. It went to the area behind the net, and the Hornets have control now. It's fired into the far corner. Pitts out to play it. Tried to leave it behind the net for Abby Thibodeau as McMahon was trying to skate around Pitts. Kind of made contact with her a little bit. Sleeth got it out to center. That pass is intercepted and skated in by Oakville over to the far side. Dropped it back for Murphy. Her one-timer was, she didn't get all of it. Tried it again. That's Sleeth actually on that far point. And it's picked up by Suter, banked behind the net, but taken away by Callahan. Thrown out in front, and a good kick save by Pitts. Bailing out her team as they get it out to center with Holmes. Trying to get through to the net, hauled down. No call, right in front of the referee as well. Bounced up the far side and out to center. That's Houston for Reed, and now Moon with some space as Holmes slowly coming to the bench, and I think that collision with the boards rocked her a little bit. Hooked to the ice as she tried to cut to the net, and having a moment with trainer Katie Sharp now is Avery Holmes as it's poked at off the stick of Roth, but not cleared out. Houston trying to take it away from her again. There's a shot fought to the far corner by Pitts and cleared to the line and carried out to center now by Peters, and she's regained control as she tried to chip it past to Belfry, but it's Ava Murphy taking it away and skating it through neutral ice. 3-on-3 for Oakville. Shot floated from the far side into the glove of Pitts, and she hangs on. An even 16 minutes left in the second period. Still a 1-0 score for the Oakville Hornets. Thibodeau up the near side wall and cleared out to center. Puck thrown off the far wall. Marchese cleared through center. This is Stanton. Murdoch now bounced it into the near corner, around to the far side. Pryor run into and into the boards by Belfry. And the referees seeming to be wanting to let the teams play a little bit now. Roth knocked off the puck by Flores as she's hooked up and couldn't get to it. Cleared out to center. Stanton tipped ahead and in by Marchese. This is CC. Far side hard pass off the skate of Charlton. Taken by Pereira and fired in again. Pitts out to stop it behind the net, but it went past her. Right for Steven though, and it's cleared out to center and down the ice. Borg trying to step past Porter as she's unable to do that. And it's an icing call against Burlington. Face off. Taken by Porter with the shot. Another hard one-timer goes just over top of the net from the far side. Coley stepped into that one. Bounced back into the offensive zone by Oakville. Sharp angle shot goes wide to the far side. In that near corner, Suter sent it round for Steven. Thought about the pass, but Como was right there, or McMahon was actually, and now it's cleared to center, skated through by Peters, and knifed away from her by Oakville. This is Callahan. Lead pass tipped ahead by McMahon. Moon, round to the far side. Peters meets it there and deflects it out to center, and a 2-on-1 for the Barracudas. Peters trying to maintain control, and she threw it in front, but it's deflected away. Gray's on it. The high slot. Peters now back for Moon. Near side for Reed. Steps into his shot. Ricochets off a body to the far corner. Cleared to the line and just skips over to the stick of Moon, and it's poked away from her by Callahan. And Reed recovers as that's thrown out in front into the stick of Moon, blocking the pass. And the near corner now. Murphy. Shot sails wide. Peters chipped ahead now for Gray. Trying to beat out the icing. She does. Murphy's there. Slashes at her stick as Gray unable to come up with the puck. And now Gray is getting a retaliatory penalty as her and Murphy were battling for the puck. Gray gave her an extra hack, and the referee decided that that was the one he was going to call. So with just over 13 minutes left in this second period, we have a penalty kill brought to you by Shield Performance, the official gym and training program for your Burlington Barracudas. Murphy gave it off for Marchese. Now Stanton down into the far side hash mark area. Now Murphy at the line, faked a shot. Stanton again, return for Murphy. She wants that one-timer. It's not going to get it though. Belfry now on this near side, tied up by Thibodeau, and it's carried out to center by Pryor. Almost lost control of it as she was crossing the blue line. Thibodeau takes a hack from Stanton as there's a lot of extracurriculars going on that the officials are seeming to avoid paying attention to. Stanton sent ahead. Murphy now regains control of it and carries it into the near corner. Moon tracking her. Down to the far side. Moon still on it. The two captains battling for it. Now Stanton trying to dig it out of the feet of Moon. Moon trying to lift it out to center, and Holmes couldn't quite corral it in. Trying to come up with it still on that far side. Hard battle for it against Roth. And it's now to Steven, who banks it ahead for Murdoch, shorthanded, stepping around the referee, and toe dragged just a little too hard as the Hornets regroup with 20 seconds on the power play. Drop back to the line, looking for the shot. It's taken there and gloved by Pitts. .11:06 left in this second period. 12 seconds to go in the penalty to Gray as it's sent to the line off the face-off win for the Hornets. Shot blocked by Charlton. Reed comes to it in that far corner, trying to dig it out. Goes round back of the net for Thibodeau, who slaps it up the near side. And it does get out to center. Gray takes it right through. Wrapped up by Porter. She tried to drop it for Charlton. It went by her. And it's bounced out to center. Reed ahead for Suter. And Suter is got a bit of a high hit there on Suter as the puck is pinned up in front of the scorer's box. Borg disrupts that play. Thibodeau knocked over by two Hornets as they try to break out through center. And it's cleared back out into neutral ice by Oakville. Skated through by Callahan. Takes his shot. That bounces just wide. Marchese in that near corner. It's Nuhar actually, but it's cleared out and down the ice by Burlington. Sleeth with control now, skating through neutral ice and over the near blue line. Just able to step around Gray, sends it behind the net. Thibodeau finds it there, and Gray throws it out to center and down the ice. Peter's going to beat out the icing. No, that's what is the linesman doing? Calling an automatic icing on, we are in hybrid icing here, so the puck to center ice. As Peters was very obviously going to beat out that icing call. With some of the rule changes here in the U22 Elite, Cece with a shot that's kicked out by Payne. Cleared out to center, and now Gray is taking another penalty for body checking, even though there's been tons of that, rubbing out both players along the boards throughout this game. So after 3 power plays for Burlington in the first, it's the second penalty kill brought to you by Shield Performance, the official gym and training program of your Burlington Barracudas. 0 for 1 on the power play of the Oakville Hornets so far this evening. Flores digs it out, sends it for Pryor, who slaps it the length of the ice. Payne leaves it for Murphy. Sent up the far side for Belfry. And that pass was behind Roth. So the Barracudas able to bounce it to the line. Belfry kicked at it, but it just squeaks out to center off the stick of Pryor. Carried right back in by Stanton, met at the line by Steven. So Murphy got it in deep. Marchese behind the net. Knifed away from her by Steven. And Steven thought about a pass and gave it away. Now trying to step through, and Moon runs into Marchese, and Moon is now also going to the box. This game getting a little bit violent. Now the penalties are even, as we love to see in hockey. Everything's even. And it's a 5-on-3 for the next minute for the Oakville Hornets. Face-off, one back to Murphy. Walks the blue line, and it's returned to her by Stanton. Risks a shot, bounces through, and off the side of the net from Roth, waiting at the short side. One-timer from Belfry is blocked by Thibodeau. Bounce to the line again. Murphy takes his shot. Murdoch was there to block it. Now Belfry, top of the near circle. Back to Murphy. Now she takes that one and scores. Well, you hand Oakville a 5-on-3, they're probably, the likelihood of scoring goes way up. And so they, in fact, do. And they extend their lead. It's 2-0 now for the Hornets. Face-off, one to Holmes. She takes it to the far side and dumps it in. And it's taken now. I guess the referee saying that Erica Porter scored the goal. I guess Murphy shot the puck and Porter tipped it as the Hornets set up again for another minute of power play time. Fired off the glass by Steven and out to center. Coley. Hard pass ahead. for Markakis. Charlton hooked on the play as she was able to get it down the ice. No call there. Stopped for Porter, who skates it out now from behind her own net. Steps around Gray and chips it into the far corner. Back of the net now, Thibodeau. Got it up the near side for Gray. Cleared to the line. Held in by the Hornets. Thibodeau trying to get that out to center. She does. Porter knocked it down so that it didn't go further than that and threw it ahead to nobody. So Thibodeau makes sure that it goes all the way down the ice. Final seconds tick off, and Avery Moon returns to the ice. Pokes away at it and steals the puck right out of the penalty box. Moon tries to throw it in front. That's cut off by Sleeth. Sent up the far side, but Moon causing a turnover again. Shot blocked and kicked to the back wall by Gray. Sleeth up the far side. Reed trying to keep the play alive. Gray muscling at it as well, and it's kicked out to center and dragged through by McMahon and into the offensive zone where it's met by Houston and flipped out to center and down the ice. Gets on net where Payne will cover up. Just under 6 minutes left in this second period. Goal from Erica Porter. Off the draw, Murdoch trying to muscle it to the front of the net. It's taken away by the Hornets, and at the line, it's held in by Flores just for a moment. Now at center. Fired in by Moon. Wrapped around to the near side. Murphy can't get it out. Pryor settles it. Flores fanned on her pass. Murphy taking it away. Trying to get it ahead and just held in by Cece. And the second attempt does get out to center. Murphy sidestepped the check from Pryor and dropped it back. Returned to her. Glides to the slot where it's taken away by Moon, and a lead pass sent forward and just offside at the line. That one was real close. I don't know. If we had instant replay, I'd challenge it. Just over 5 left. Face-off in the Burlington zone, as that's where the pass came from. Face-off win again for Oakville. They have been very solid at the face-off circle tonight. Kept alive by Markakis. Steven, the second attempt doesn't go. Markakis on it again. Steven blown up behind the net by Markakis. No call once more, as there's a big crowd gathered behind the net. Suter trying to dig it out as well, and falling on it was Thibodeau. So we will have a face-off in the Barracudas zone to the right of Pitts. Pitts, of course, playing last Saturday night as well. And it's cleared out to center now, and Steven just loses an edge, but the Hornets can't get it free. This is Holmes now. Got it back to the line. Thibodeau leans into a shot. The rebound just missed by Suter on the far side. Thibodeau kept it alive and sent it into the far corner. Barracudas changing. Suter watching. Porter. Bank pass ahead for Callahan, who tips it through and into the offensive zone. Thibodeau fires the rolling puck ahead. Gray turns onto it, but it was Porter who got it, and Callahan now dumps it in. Pitts slowed the puck for Reed, who sent it up the near wall and out to center. Peters took that puck away nicely from Stock and carries it in. Into the middle for Gray as she's tripped up. No call again. Gray got it back for Peters, though. Tried to get a shot away. Got it back to the line now. Moon Now for Peters, near side. Big save by Payne. And she hangs on. Face-off win right to Peters, but she bumped into Gray. And it's at the near blue line. Taken by Oakville over to the far side now. Sleeth ahead and deflected in by Como. Reed right back out to center. Pryor deflected it and now skates it through, but it's poked away from her by Pereira. Now far side Sleeth tries to hit Stanton with a lead pass. Chipped in, but disrupted by Murdoch. Taken right back by Sleeth. Far side Callahan tried to wrap it in front. Second attempt doesn't get there either. Flores can't get it away from McMahon, though. Moon got it up the far side, and this is Pryor now. Threads it ahead for Murdoch, deflected in. No icing, and oh no, there is icing, apparently. Something was waved off. I guess the offside was waved off, but the icing wasn't. So a 2:42 left in this second period. Still 2-0 for the Oakville Hornets. Barracudas trying to settle things down in their own zone. Moon dug that out, takes it behind the net, stops up, fires a pass to Pryor up the boards, but she couldn't settle it in her feet. Marchese left it for Roth. Got it into the far corner. Kicked at now at the line and cleared out to center. Flores into the middle for Murdoch. Murphy intercepted that. Marchese's right back the other way for Oakville. Can't step around Moon as Murphy and Murdoch collide in the area behind the play. Centering pass now for Stanton. Skips over her stick blade. Regains control and dumps it into the near corner. Roth trying to get it to the line. Murphy able to keep the play alive, but it's directed out to center again by Burlington. Stanton right back in for Burlington. Fought off by Pitts. Bounce to the far side, but Stanton now. Far side again. Shot into a body, and CC sends it round to the near side. Porter held it in, bounced just wide. Far side again now, lifted out to center. Holmes meets it there, can't get it past Porter though. And it's Porter on it again. Fanned on her pass, Suter trying to keep control of the puck. Coming up to the last minute of this second period. Thibodeau with a weak shot, that doesn't get through. Suter trying to find it as Charlton was knocked down, no call.
Last minute to play in the second period.
Chipped over to the far side, knocked down by Coley, sent through the middle to Markakis and carried in. Can't step around Steven though. Suter took the puck and sent it around to the near side. This is Gray. Hard pass into the feet of Muhar and taken away by Steven. Steven poking at it. Muhar able to maintain control. Got it ahead for Callahan. Left it for, that was Markakis. Suter poking at it. Doesn't get out. Now it does. Bouncing puck. 20 seconds remaining in this second period. Pitts left it behind the net. Poked away by Thibodeau. Fired out to center now for Houston. And skated over the blue line and in. Houston trying to cut to the net. Backhander stopped by Payne. Reed tried to get that shot through. That doesn't go as we are at the end of the second period. A second goal for the Oakville Hornets, scored by Erica Porter, gives them a 2-0 lead after 2 here at Mainway Arena. We'll be back for the third period in a few moments.
I just like really enjoyed bonding with the girls. It was good. Good group of girls.
I just think it's really cool that we have the opportunity to do this stuff, especially in girls hockey because it's not always showcased all the time, so I think it's really cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing how far our team can go. I feel like we're all really good together and play really well together.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Mainway Arena. It's a rivalry game. It's Pink the Rink game here at Mainway Arena in support of the fight against breast cancer. You'll see all the players, certainly on the Burlington Barracudas, with pink hockey tape. All the players on the Stony Creek Sabres with a pink strip of tape on their helmets. And we're all here for the fight against breast cancer. Everybody attending this afternoon's game has made a donation in support of the fight against breast cancer as well. My name is Jared Babsey, and we're ready to get underway right away here at Mainway Arena. It's Game 2 at home for your Burlington Junior Barracudas. Bouncing puck to the far side, this is Thibodeau. Hits Flores with a beautiful lead pass into the high slot for Pryor. She scores! Rid Pryor, all alone in the high slot, and it's a thriller. And a 1-0 lead for Burlington Barracudas. And Flores tried to clear it. Doesn't work. Now gets to Flores again, and a pass to Murdoch, and a 2-on-1 now for Burlington. Murdoch with Pryor going to the front of the net. There she is! A big stop by Christ. But Pryor has drawn a penalty. Clea Hastings just able to drag the blue line with her as it's cleared down the ice by Suter. In for Charlton. Trying to come out in front now. She scores! Caitlin Charlton's first in the U22 Elite. It's a beautiful one as she picked up the puck, jumped in by Suter. Cut right out in front and just slid it under the pad of Christ. Mahoney to the line. All good. Healy lost it in her feet. It does get on net. The rebound is there. And Callie Pitts able to find it and cover up. God. Okay, 1-2. Ready with Avery Moon this time. Avery Moon. Okay, here with Avery Moon at the end of the second period. Avery, we're in tight here, down 2-0. What do we have to do to get back in this game in the third period?
I think we just have to have a good start to the third period and skate hard and win the little battles.
Speaking of battles, it's been a real physical game. You've taken a penalty yourself. You know, how do you kind of keep going through this third period with a heavy battle as well as, you know, a long game?
I think we just have to stay out of the box because our penalties kind of killed us. I know mine did, but and still stay physical and aggressive.
And then, you know, it's we're hearing with that physicality, some players are maybe feeling some of these hits a little bit. What did Colin say in the room to kind of keep the team motivated for this third period?
That it should be a 1-0 game, just like we got unlucky a little bit, and it's still really close and there's a lot of time left, so keep our heads up.
All right, Avery Moon will be here for the third period in just a moment.
Just like really enjoyed bonding with the girls. It was good. Good group of girls.
I just think it's really cool that we have the opportunity to do this stuff, especially in girls hockey because it's not always showcased all the time, so I think it's really cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing how far our team can go. I feel like we're all really good together and play really well together.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Mainway Arena. It's a rivalry game. It's Pink the Rink game here at Mainway Arena in support of the fight against breast cancer. You'll see all the players, certainly on the Burlington Barracudas, with pink hockey tape. All the players on the Stony Creek Sabres with a pink strip of tape on their helmets. And we're all here for the fight against breast cancer. Everybody attending this afternoon's game has made a donation in support of the fight against breast cancer as well. My name is Jared Bamsey, and we're ready to get underway right away here at Mainway Arena. It's Game 2 at home for your Burlington Junior Barracudas. Bouncing puck to the far side. This is Thibodeau. Hits Flores with a beautiful lead pass into the high slot for Pryor. She scores! Pryor all alone in the high slot, and it's a thriller. And a 1-0 lead for your Burlington Barracudas. Thanks to Avery Moon, and now the third period. Down a pair, the Barracudas have some work to do. Skating over, that looked pretty close to being offside as that goes just wide of the near side of Pitts. Roth, puck to the line, Belfry, shot is blockered away by Pitts. Up the far side, Holmes able to find it, get it across, but intercepted and taken and stolen right back by Burlington. Charlton now receiving that on the near side, knifed away from her by Muhar. Near wall again. Bouncing puck, trying to come up with it. This is Suter. Chipped it for Moon. Poked ahead for Holmes, who skates it into the far corner. Tried to wrap that out in front for Moon. Got caught up in the wet ice. despite the cool temperatures outside and all the snow that's falling at the moment, not quite cold enough to freeze up the ice right away for this third period. Pryor now, though, across for Murdoch, and there's that wet ice again coming into play. Flores, far corner, trying to come up with it. Sent all the way up and down the ice by Oakville for an icing call. This is, of course, game 2 of the season series between these two teams. Barracudas so far had a little bit of trouble in the last game, but got enough to win, but are down a pair right now in this third period. This wet ice is really slowing the puck down in the Oakville zone. Flores, one-touch pass from Murdoch is off a stick. Doesn't quite work, and it's carried out to center now by Coley and dumped in just wide of Pitts. Fired out to center. Reed followed up and got it in deep. Up the far wall now for Oakville. Como ahead for Porter. Carried in. Stick handled a little too hard and taken away, but stolen right back by the Hornets. And just for a moment, though. This is Thibodeau around to the far side. Gray skating it back into her own zone. Trying to get away from pressure. Como lost her stick. It was McMahon, actually. Gray takes it round back of the net. Houston there as well. Up the far side. Taken away by Peters. Tried to backhand it through. That didn't go. And Moon's shot is off Como. Bouncing puck. Knocked down and cleared out to center, though, by Oakville. Moon is run into by Marchese. Right at the blue line now. Gray, long shot blockered away by Payne to the far corner. Glove down by Oakville. Roth trying to skate it out to center now. On her off wing. Can't get past Moon. Suter tried to get it through. Charlton knocked down by Marchese at the blue line. Marchese on the puck now. Stanton trying to get to it on that far side. Murphy. Pass into the middle. Backhand shot. Doesn't get through from Roth. And now fired up the far side and out to center. Murphy gave it away. Bumped into Holmes, who is the one she gave it away to. Far corner now. Charlton pins the puck on the back wall. Stolen away now by Flores. Steps into a shot that just goes over top of the net. Steven races to it to try and keep it alive, but it's just knocked out to center. Markakis there now. Steven almost deflected that in front, and Belfry knocked Steven into the boards. That's drawn a penalty call. Battle for it in that near corner. And as the crowd gathers, the whistle is blown. And that is Belfry's second body checking penalty of the game. Four penalties, 2 players for Oakville. Belfry's second in a row. This power play brought to you by Skids Away, Pallet Solutions, and Recycling. Thibodeau to Moon. Trying to find the option. Got it to Murdoch. Return to Moon. Murdoch again. Steps into a shot. Just trying to pick that far corner. Just missed it. That shot doesn't get through. Bounced to the line. And, it just squeaks over it as Moon tried to knock it down and settle it inside the offensive zone. Barracudas regrouping now in their own end. Moon returned the pass from Thibodeau. Flores now trying to come up with it in her feet. And it's deflected away again and down the ice by Oakville. Moon, far side for Flores. Drop pass for Moon. Near side now, Thibodeau into the middle for Pryor. Her stick was checked. Murdoch's on the loose puck. Moon now at the line again. Tipped for Murdoch. Now Thibodeau stopped by Payne, and a second penalty coming to the Hornets. This is Murphy again going to the box for cross-checking this time. So a 53-second 5-on-3 for your Barracudas with 14:27 left in this third period. And the Barracudas have called a timeout. And with the 2-player advantage for the Barracudas, they take some time to draw up a play. They've got 14.5 minutes to score 2 goals. Very doable, however. They have had a rough game so far. You saw the look on Avery Moon's face during the interview. Trying to find the solution and solve this young Oakville goaltender. Off the draw, poke to the line by Flores. Moon to the far side. Return to her from Thibodeau. Thibodeau's got it again. Shot not coming now, maybe. Over to Moon now. Shot does come. Over top of the net, deflected. Off a body. And out of play. This third period brought to you by RBC Wealth Management. And this power play brought to you by Skids Away. At the line, Thibodeau returns it to Moon. Murdoch now, throw across, and a big save again by Payne. And she found the puck and hangs on. Pryor robbed at the far side of the net. Quick face-off win for Oakville and cleared out. And down the ice, Moon. Lead pass for Murdoch, and they're in. Flores in the high slot now in front for Pryor off the post, and it is no goal. Barracudas thought they scored. We'll have to take a look at that one on our footage later on. This is Moon again. Thibodeau, 1 penalty is expired. Thrown to the line. Kept alive. Now centering pass. Doesn't get to a Barracuda, but they regain control. 56 seconds remaining on the second penalty to Oakville. This is Moon. Over to Murdoch on that far side. Return to Moon. Murdoch again, top of the far circle. In deep for Flores. Looking for the pass across. Theirs is for Thibodeau, but it was on her off wing, and so she had to retreat to the line to get it. Fired over to Murdoch on that far side again. Moon in deep for Thibodeau is tipped, but not enough on it to get it towards the net. Moon over for Murdoch, steps into his shot. That whistle's just wide. Out in front again, off the post a second time on that far side, and it trickles through the crease on the near side. And the Barracudas still can't get it in. This is Murdoch now trying to cut to the net. Pass goes off a stick and wide. This is Murdoch again, back to the line. Moon fend on her shot, and it's going all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. Stanton beat it out. Thrown out in front off a stick and out to center. Poked back out to neutral ice by Moon. Deja Houston skates it in. Houston in front, just out of the reach of Gray, but Peters is on it. Tried to get it to the line. It's taken away by Roth and carried into the offensive zone. Bounces off the back wall. Steven blew a tire as Reed tried to give her a pass, but Gray recovered it, sent it to the open wing, where it's gathered up by Coley and dumped into the area behind the Barracudas net. Steven coughed the puck up to Porter. And a battle for it at the near hash marks now. Steven dug it out. Fires it off the far boards, but not out. Murphy walking right in. Gray able to lift her stick at the last second. She couldn't get a clean shot. Murphy kept the play alive again. Puck bounced up and out to center by Peters. Fired right ahead again for the Hornets. This is Murphy. Disrupted on the play by Peters. They can't get cleanly into the offensive zone. They do now. This is McMahon's shot right on. Is stopped by Peters. Just under 11 minutes remaining in this game. Two-0 score for the Oakville Hornets, and a brilliant performance so far tonight by Charlotte Payne, the 2006 goaltender for Oakville, as that is quickly covered up by Pitts again. Taken by Markakis. That shot off a stick and off the glass. Holmes got it out to center. Murphy spinning back, runs into Holmes. Markakis can't get it past Suter. Second attempt does. This is CC up the far wall. Tried to hit Holmes with the pass. It was taken away by Murphy, and she's got it again. Over the blue line and in. Murphy tries to sidestep CC, and Murphy and Thibodeau came together. Thibodeau wrapped it up the far boards. Holmes, pass across for Charlton, and a good one. Charlton into the offensive zone. Just knifed away from her, but she wrapped it out in front. Nobody was there, though. Markakis back the other way for Oakville. Markakis flips it round back of the net. And Muhar was rubbed out by Moon, and Moon is tripped up. There's a penalty coming to Oakville. Flores out to center, deflected down the ice. Icing waved off, and it's stopped by the goaltender anyways. So another penalty coming to the Oakville Hornets. This is Muhar going off for tripping. Lots of advantage opportunities for Burlington, but they are 0 for 5 so far. Sixth power play coming up, brought to you by Skids Away, Pallet Solutions, and Recycling. That shot off a body from Moon, but she's got it again. Moon to Murdoch. That shot just gets through off the deflection, but Payne stopped it. 20 shots on goal for the Barracudas. All of them have been stopped so far by Charlotte Payne. Face-off win for Oakville. Loose in the area behind the net. Pryor took it into the near corner. Comes to Thibodeau. Now Moon. Thibodeau, top of the near circle, over to Murdoch. That was just out of her reach, but she found it. Moon, Murdoch, in deep, out of the reach of Flores. And that bounces out in front, though, and Pryor just whistled it wide. Murdoch tied up by Murphy. Got it to the line for Moon as Flores is knocked down in front. Murdoch, shot deflected wide. Flores is on in the far corner. Murdoch far side now, Moon. Top point. Shot blocked by Stanton, but she can't carry it out. Knifed away and taken by Moon. Murdoch, far side. That pass is blocked by Murphy. 43 seconds to go in the power play. Moon, Murdoch, shot blocked again by Murphy. Moon looking for the open lane, perhaps. Tries a sharp angle shot. That was well wide. Thibodeau just keeping it alive as the power play unit goes for a change. She steps into one. That's blocked by Stanton and slapped down the ice by Roth. Final few seconds on the power play for Burlington. Here goes Peters ahead for Houston. Carries it over the blue line. Chips it round back of the net. Houston still on it. Tried to throw it in front. She threw it to the open side where Peters met it. Steven at the line. Reed wasn't expecting that pass, but she recovered the puck and sent it across for Steven again in neutral ice. Glove down and played in just offside at the Oakville blue line. Time ticking away for the Barracudas to get back in this one. 7:16 to go. One back to Steven. This is CC now. Sends it ahead for Peters, who dumps it in. Stock up the far side, gets past Steven and out to center. CC finds it in her own zone, up the far boards. McMahon took that away. Pinned up on that far wall. Gray trying to dig it out with Houston. Like I've said, there's been a lot of this where the puck is not moving. And that should really be blown dead. Near side now. Sleeth just kept it alive. Steven gets it out to center for Gray. Gray backhands it. It rolls towards the net. That's deflected to the far corner by Payne. Suter trying to keep the play alive at the far point. Kicked at by Oakville. Suter hooked a little bit. Still got the puck though. Gray has it stolen away by Porter. And Porter carries it through neutral ice now. Watched by Reed. Porter with a shot. That's deflected off the body of Steven and out of play. .6:02 left. Face-off rolls through the high slot. Taken by Holmes and bounced out to center. Goes down the ice for Porter. Reverses it into the far corner. No Hornet was there. Holmes met it. Takes it round back of the net. Interfered with a little bit. Left it behind the net for Charlton. Tries a second time to get it out in front. And that was a bit of an interesting play as Thibodeau got hauled down in the offensive zone. Fired off the glass, but not out. A battle ensues. Top of the near circle for that puck along the boards. Charlton and Suter trying to dig it out. It's sent back for Moon, over to the far side for Thibodeau. Looking for that open pass. Sent ahead for Holmes, who deflected it for Pryor, but it was just out of her reach. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in this third period. Moon, pass across for Thibodeau. Drops it back for Moon. A pass off a stick, but it does get to Flores. She sent it off another stick and out of play into the Oakville bench. Generous face-off placement for the Barracudas inside the offensive zone. Tie up off the draw. Puck was kicked to Murdoch, and she tries to get things set up. Dropped it in for Pryor. Flores as well in there. Pryor trying to keep it alive for Burlington. This is Murdoch now. And Pryor once more in that near corner. Got it for Murdoch. Back of the line now. Reed returned for Murdoch. Left it in the feet of Flores. Trying to come up with it is Belfry for Oakville. Stanton does. And gets it round for Murphy. Murphy up the far side. Roth into the middle for Stanton. Shot doesn't connect, but Murphy deflected it on. Another save made by Pitts, and it's cleared out and down the ice. Payne came out for it as Murdoch was racing towards it. Got it away. Murdoch hooked as she tried to get in front of the net again. No call as the Barracudas are still searching for that first goal. Steven took the puck away. Sends it ahead for Gray, who tipped it into the far corner. Gray trying to take it away from Sleeth up the far side. Peters and Gray. Gray has got it on that far wall. Trying to cut to the net. Gray into the feet of Peters. Bounces away from her, and it's knifed out to center for Steven to send it to Thibodeau. And Thibodeau took a shot in the head from Marchese. A weak one, but still a punch to the face. As the Barracudas fight for the puck in the area behind the net. Still waiting for the referee to blow the whistle. I really don't understand why we're waiting so long to blow the whistle when the puck is pinned up on the back wall like this. We've had 15 to 20 seconds tick by of potential opportunities for either team, really. And now we've got less than 3 minutes to go in this third period. Tie up off the draw. Dug out by Holmes. Holmes sends it round back of the net to the far side. Porter off the glass. Thibodeau kept it alive, but Porter has it now and skates it through neutral ice. Fired ahead. Holmes on the back check. Pass from Thibodeau behind Charlton. But Charlton finds Holmes on that far side. Can't get going in the right direction, though. Now Moon is down into the right side. Stops up, sets up at the blue line, bounced into the area behind the net for Suter. Tried to find Charlton. That was over her stick and cleared out to center again by Oakville. 2 minutes left. Murdoch couldn't quite receive that pass. Suter dumped it in. Pryor going after it. Pryor bumped by Porter and held along the boards by Porter as Murdoch tries to take the puck away. It's poked out to center. Steven stopped it from going any further. Steven able to muscle it into the offensive zone. Can't quite step around as the net is empty now for Burlington. 1 minute and a half to go. 6 attackers for the Barracudas. Trying to desperately dig it out from this far corner as it is continued to be pinned up, and Steven is hauled down. That's going to be a penalty, and Murdoch takes a stick to the face as well. As we will now have a 6-on-4 for Burlington. See if Coach Murdoch maintains the empty net. Porter off for holding with 1:21 left. Flores to take the draw. And she's thrown out of the face-off. So Murdoch coming in to take it. Murdoch won it. It's tipped back to Thibodeau. Over to Moon now. Moon still with it. Pryor. Moon again. Top of the circle. Shot blocked. Knocked around but not out. Murdoch. Moon at the line. Trying to find the open lane. Thrown to the far side for Murdoch. Last minute in this third period. Moon trying to find the lane again. Murdoch for Thibodeau, gets through. Whacking away at it is Peters, and Payne covers up. Coach Murdoch trying to get his team set up. Murdoch and Pryor have switched wings. Flores lost the draw, though. Goes to the wall. Pryor came up with the loose puck, though. Pryor back to the line for Moon. Near side, Thibodeau returned to Moon. Thibodeau steps into a shot that goes wide. Moon able to get there before it gets out to center. 30 seconds to go. Tried to get that to the area in front of the net. That was off a skate. Thibodeau back to the line. Moon's got it. Over to Peters now. And Moon again. Can't find the shot, though. Thibodeau does. That's blocked and cleared to the line again, but not out. Moon with 13 seconds to go. Peters, Moon again. Takes a shot. That's blocked as well. Thibodeau trying to muscle it to the front of the net. Peters whistles it wide, and that will do it. The Oakville Hornets hand the Burlington Barracudas their first loss of the regular season. Charlotte Payne with a 23-save shutout. The young goaltender performing beautifully for the for the Oakville Hornets tonight. Shutting out your Burlington Barracudas 2-0 here at Mainway Arena. Goals for Avery McMahon and Erica Porter. A hard-fought physical battle between these two teams, and the season series between Oakville and Burlington is evened up at 1 with a 2-0 win for the Oakville Hornets. Thanks, folks, for tuning in. We'll be back here tomorrow at noon when your Burlington Barracudas will take on the Mississauga Hurricanes. And a test that will be Mississauga just 2 places behind Burlington in the standings, sitting right now 3rd and 5th. But just before we sign off, we'll thank our sponsors one last time. Shield Performance, Dermetics Cosmetic Dermatology, Skids Away Pallet Sales and Recycling Solutions, BDO Canada, and the RBC Wealth Management and Dominion Securities. Thanks again for tuning in. As I mentioned, tomorrow at noon, puck drop between the Burlington Barracudas and the Mississauga Hurricanes here at Mainway Arena. Until then, for myself and the crew, my name is Jared Bapty. We will see you tomorrow at midday.